Good morning, friends. We are going to surprise the kids and go to the pumpkin patch today. I don't want to tell them. I don't like telling them stuff because then it's nonstop questions. So we usually don't tell them anything until we're right in until we're going, typically. So that's just how we have to do things around my house. I'm starting out, I color corrected, and now I'm going to go in with a little bit of my brightening highlight. You will notice a little bit more redness on me because I have been, once a week, I'm slowly incorporating the rad line into my routine. So it irritates my skin a little bit, which is why I am slow walking it in. I don't suggest for any of you to go straight into the rad line unless your skin barrier supports it. And even then, I would probably just slow walk it. It is oil-based and its molecular structure is quite different than the X line. So if you have mature skin, it's great for you. I have sensitive skin. If you have dry skin, it's great for you. I have super sensitive skin. I also have dry skin, and typically, which it's been a lot more hydrated lately, but I want to try to incorporate this line too and see if I can get a little bit better results that I'm not getting with the X line. You know, the vanity stuff that we have, see if it'll do a little bit more on these age spots. Sunspots and things. But anyway, so yeah, we're getting ready to go to the pumpkin patch. Shh, don't tell my kids. And I am, of course, running behind. Look, I really do. I tried to give my hair the benefit of the doubt, and I tried to launch a ponytail. I don't know. I don't even know what it looks like back there. You know, and nothing ever goes right whenever I try to do hair things. My hair has gotten a lot fuller since I've been doing Riman shampoo and conditioner, but the problem is, not really the problem, is it's the undergrowth that has gotten thicker. Now, that don't change the hair that was already existing. So, I'm contemplating chopping it off again. I usually, about every 2.5 years, chop it off to donate it. Well, the last time I donated, in between the last couple times I donated my hair, because COVID really messed me up, and then, you know, had another kid or whatever. So, I don't know what happened, but I lost track of my hair donations, is in the fact that I went a little bit longer between like haircuts, and I got out of the donating world for a minute. And come to find out, since that has happened, synthetic wigs are a little bit more comfortable for cancer patients and for anybody who wears a wig, not just cancer patients. I always did Pantene's Beautiful Lengths because they focused on women, and this is going to sound absolutely terrible to me, and I promise I'm not being a terrible person, but, you know, there's a lot of support for children out there, which is great. That's wonderful, but there's not a lot of women's support, and isn't that pretty par for the course? I mean, we take care of the kids before we take care of ourselves, so Pantene's Beautiful Lengths was more geared, it was more women-centered for providing wigs for women. And I also knew that once they got the hair, they made them into wigs. Well, that program has since dissolved, and I don't know where to send my hair to. So I got on the internet, kids, I don't care, men, women, children, or whatever, because I've got a glove box full of hair. Mine and Rosemary's hair is in there. I have 2 cuts, and she has 1 in there. But I don't know where to send it. And it's crazy because now there are places where you have to pay to send your hair. I paid for the haircut. You know, I don't know. And it's a lot of, like, it's a ridiculous amount of money. It's not just you send your hair for $20 or something. It's a stupid amount of money. And this eyebrow is not cooperating. I'm going to look like I'm doing this all day, which that eyebrow likes to hike up anyway. But, so if you know anywhere that takes hair that I'm just not seeing, please let me know in the comments, because I don't know. I don't know about hair anymore. I don't know. But also, speaking of donating, we are donating. We, as in you and I, because, you know, you're part of this commissions collective too. I want y'all to know that your money is going to a good cause this month. A percentage of my commission is going to Sarah Busby, not directly to Sarah Busby, but she is running the St. Jude Marathon this year. She does it every year. She started it whenever, with her mom. Her mom actually started it. And her mom unexpectedly passed away a few years ago, but she continued that legacy on. So she has been training, and she was just walking the thing, probably brisk walking, knowing her, but she has been like real into running lately, and now she went from a 5K to running the marathon. She runs all kind of marathons. Like, the girl is awesome, and now her husband does marathons, and I mean, like, she's just got a whole marathonal community. Okay, don't think I'm ridiculous, but I'm gonna match my shirt today because that's how I roll. I don't have contour on. I'm gonna get this. This is, let me see what flavor it is. Maldives. That's backwards. What does it matter to you? But I'm gonna do like a quick sweep over. This is usually my first little color. I usually pick just a real neutral color for my lid, but we're gonna have fun today because why not, you know? But anyway, I say a portion of my commission because I keep out enough to cover my taxes. So every purchase that you make, I am donating to her running. Her goal is $4,000, and she's still got quite a bit to go. So let's help her out. If you want to donate directly to her, I can get you that link. It is in a previous post that I posted. But if you would like to donate directly to her, if you don't need makeup at this time, or if makeup's not your thing, but you still want to support her, that's what we're here for, okay? I'm not doing this to boost sales or nothing. It's just something I can casually do to help, because we don't depend on my Seint money for income. My Seint and Riman money, it's nice, it's helpful, it's handy to have the spare change, but me not making a sales is not going to be the reason our light bill gets cut off. So I like to help out with organizations and individuals where I can. If you're new here, if you've been here with me for the nearly, look at that, maybe it'll stay, for the nearly 5 years that I've been doing this, you'll know that I like helping out where I can. Contour, girl, contour. Oh, I was going to grab a stick and do some contour with a stick. Well, whatever. We'll just contour the old-fashioned way. Once I get my head screwed back on. So, if you have any questions for her, I'm sure that she will be happy to answer them. I can answer most questions, if not, but it's a really good cause. Today, they probably have already done it. I mean, this whole family is pure beast mode all the time. They're just getting back from a family vacation, and their son is being honored at the Gumtree Festival. I think it's called the Gumtree Festival, something like that, in Tupelo. And another running thing, marathon. I don't know if it's a marathon. I'm not sure the distance, but he was being honored because he spent a good chunk of time at Le Bonheur, and that's the Le Bonheur centered fundraiser. So she's a huge advocate for that one too. Obviously. But they had to be there bright and early. They didn't get home till super late last night. And she's always like that. She's always caring and thinking of others and doing for others. even at the expense of probably her own sanity a majority of the time. That family is just incredible. So if you feel led, if you feel able to give, I'm sure she would truly appreciate it. I know I would. So there's that. Okay, now let's finish this eye look. I'm going to go in next with Honeymoon. I grabbed this a lot. These two colors that I'm using, this bluish color and they're pressed pigments. So this came about during our, we're launching in the UK and some other places. For Riman too. Oh, this is going to make it look a little purple. Plus I have some home on me. That's fine. I don't care. But the beauty standards in other countries are so vastly different than American standards, which is partly the reason why I gravitated towards the Korean skincare whenever I was on my hunt for good skincare, and then I found Riman. The European standards, or in Korea, they ban 3,000 harmful ingredients. 3,000 people. You know what the U.S. bans? 300. Make it make sense, because I don't understand it either. So, with those, I promise I'm making a point. With those standards, Seint had to shift a little bit. And their ingredients have changed a little. And that's how we got the pressed pigments, so that they can be marketed to other countries who have higher standards as well. Still amazing quality products, just better ingredients for you and for everybody else. Look, this eye is going to be the wonky eye today. I'm going to look like Forky. Do y'all know who Forky is? Off of Toy Story. That's going to be me. And now we're going to be singing NSYNC for the rest of the day. It's going to be me. Okay, we're going to get a little bit more. And we're blending. I know I sound like garbage, but I promise y'all, it's nothing. I do this every time the seasons start changing. This is what I do. This is where I am in life. I just sound like garbage. I promise I'm fine. I have signed up to do open house. Yaz, the owner of Southern Mags, asked me if I would set up for open house. That's November the 8th and 9th. Now, my kid has his first robotics thing ever that same weekend. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to I'll set up early, have my tables up with some business cards if any of y'all walk by or something like that. That way you can get up with me or come back later. And after his competition is over, I'll be up there. The thing is, I don't know anything. This is our first competition ever. I know nothing about this kind of stuff. All right, we're going to shimmer with lemon drops is what we're going to do. Did I take peppermint? That's Tawanda. I don't know what I did with peppermint. There's no telling at this point. So whatever, we'll just use lemon drops. I got gold in here anyway, so we'll just lemon drops, a little shimmer. And I'm just going to pat it on because I don't want to lose too much of that blue, and I think I just did. Just kind of lightly pat it on. Okay. Well, that was real helpful. So we're going to just brush a little bit of that blue on again. Because that's the color I'm really going for. See, if you screw up, it's real easy just to fix it. You just fix it. But about the competition, I'll be there. I'll be at the competition. But I'm also going to be... I'll be at Southern Mags at some point. I don't know how long this thing's going to last. And also, it's an Amory. This is the first time that's ever had an Amory, so that's cool, too. We are going on with, let me make sure this is black. Okay, hang on. Let's clean this up a little. Now, we all have different ways of doing makeup. The way I do my makeup is not how you have to do your makeup. I like bold looks, obviously. Do you have to do your eyes like this? No. Even whenever you're doing your eye look, know that if you decide that you want to try something I do, but it's still a little wild for you, you don't have to. I pack my color on. You don't have to do that. You do whatever you want to do. It's the beauty of makeup. This is the new Seint pencil. Here we go. Okay. Sounding manly. Okay. The one thing I don't like about this pencil is I hate pulling in my eyes. I loved Seint's Black Friday because I could use a brush and just not ever have to pull at my eye. But the problem therein lies, the bristles really irritate my eyes. And I have super watery eyes anyway. So this goes on smooth like butter. And even though my tip is starting to get dull, I can position it just so and get as thin or as thick of a line if I want. I want as thick of a line as I want. But the really cool thing about these is if you want to sharpen them, you can do that. I wouldn't suggest a sharpener. I would suggest like a wet paper towel, and you just pinch the tip and roll it between your fingers. But I mentioned I have watery eyes, and this stuff ain't gonna budge. Ain't gonna move. It ain't gonna, where I put it is where it's gonna sit all day. Sorry, I know, I'm disgusting right now. Okay. The other catch-22 is while the lighting on my mirror is great, these 40-year-old eyeballs are not tolerating the bright lights like they used to. See, look how smooth that just went on. So even though I'm aggravated by like having to pull at my eye, it goes on so smooth I don't have to hang on to it long. I cannot wing an eyeshadow. I really should try it because I've always loved the way, I've always loved the way that winged eyeliner looks. And you want to just do a little bit on your bottom lid because it makes your eyes look open and awake. Are we even here? I never get them even. I got forky eye on one side, and then it's goofy looking cousin on the other because my eyes never look the same. Okay. I'm going to use a little bit of lemon drops as an illuminator. Let me find my fluffy little brush. Seint had beautiful powder illuminators, and they have recently gotten rid of them, and I am still heartbroken over that. So I just use my eyeshadows. Do you have to use eyeshadows? Heck no, girl. You can still use your cream illuminators. We do have cream illuminators, but I just use eyeshadows because they're handy. This is Lemon Drops. It's the same color that I about screwed up my whole eye look with. And I'm going to take this and gently place it under my brow so it looks heightened and pretty. And then this side. Okay. And I usually I can put it at the top of my cheeks, but my skincare makes my skin look so hydrated that I really don't feel like that's as necessary anymore. I'm going to thicken my lashes with Lash Velvet. This is also Seint's. I will be getting Riman's whenever they come out next year. It's fine. I can scratch all that off. But I use this more as a primer. I also like this as an eyelash primer. I just have these, so I might as well use them. This is going to give you some volume. I've always been a 2 mascara kind of gal. Well, since, was it Maybelline or CoverGirl? They discontinued my go-to, my ride or die. And I think I would still, before there was lash primer, I would still try to put something on my lashes for my good mascara to hang on to. So this is the same concept. But these tubes are what are they? 20, 25 maybe a piece, 30. I got mine as a collection, so I can't remember. And this mascara is not something you have to buy every day, so I can't remember Jack anymore. Because my kids suck the brains out of me. But that's a little bit expensive of a primer. If you can swing it, great. But if not, this was $10. You know. Let's be budget conscious. Okay. What are we forgetting? Lips. Y'all want to see some lips? Okay, so I had every intention of using pencils through this whole thing, but this is not how it worked. Okay, this is a silk pencil. This is Latte. A silk pencil stays on longer. Remember the L, longevity. And I'm going to lightly do this just so I get the line, so I have something to draw into. Gosh, these things go on so smooth. Now, this has a little shimmer to it, too, so it's going to be real pretty for the lips. And then I'm going to go in today with pomegranate gelato. I'm going to twist her up. You can twist her up. You can't twist her down. I'm just going to pat her on. So she's light and pretty. But remember, Latte's going to hang on for dear life. I mean, not Latte. Yeah, Latte. Because she's a silk. So you want to blend the edges unless you like the contrast of a lip liner. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pat on a little bit of berry lip tint. Excuse me. Just to make her hang on a little better. These new gelatos don't have the staying power that these lip tints have. But they stain your lips. The lip tints tint your lips a little bit better. But they're both really good. So we're going to try to use them together today. All right. I don't have anything on my cheeks. What a goob. I'm going to use Toasted. I'm going to use Toasted on my cheeks because I love Toasted. I'm going to look like a scarecrow if I keep on. Okay. Just like that. Toasted. Oh, Toasted is so good. And I had to make myself not grab it for my lip look because it's so stinking good. We're just going to blend. And it has such a pretty payoff. And then that's it. So if you are ready to start your journey with this makeup, or Riman also has makeup, it has the skincare infused right into it, let me know so I can get you matched. I will be a little out of pocket today, but I can respond whenever I am. I mean, I'll get back to you whenever I can. Oh yeah, let's finish off my lashes. I'm going to put lash leather on too to really give me some length. It's a tubing mascara from Seint. But if you want to be color matched, let me know. I am making a new addition to the Borrow bag. I am going to be melting down one of my Viaton balm sticks. If you don't know what the Borrow bag is, it is a bag with the entire X line in it that you borrow for a day or two, a couple days. That's long enough to try it out. But that balm stick will be in there too. It just won't be in a stick. I'm going to melt it down into one of my empty Seint tins. So you can give that a little try too while you have the Borrow bag, Borrow box, whatever. I also, if you're not local, I have sample packs. I have sample packs of the full X line. I have sample fat packs for the skin, hair, and body line from Riman. And I also do a collagen combo that has the one collagen melting sheet, collagen shot that has completely alleviated some knee pain that I was having, like years worth of suffering through some knee pain. That's a story I'd love to share with you if you're interested. And what else? A deep talk. That's great for digestive support. Keeps you regular, keeps your good gut bacteria healthy, because there is an access to your gut, your brain, and your skin that what's happening on the inside of your body is a direct reflection of what's going on the outside. So those are all 20. I may be having to go up a little on my X line whenever the new Riman wash comes out, the new face wash, because I have since added 2 cleansers to my sample packs. It's not going to be much. It's going to be like $5. So to cover the cost of those 2 cleansers, that doesn't come out until December, so you ain't got to worry about that. But all those sample packs are still $20. The borrow bag is free, or just come over. Plan to come over and we'll wash your face at my house. Plan to come over, I'll color match you for Seint, whatever. You want to do a party and earn you some free stuff? We'll do that too. All right, y'all have a lovely Saturday, and pray for mine and my husband's sanity at this pumpkin patch. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.